identify planes. And no, we're not talking about airplanes. We're talking about geometric planes. So the definition of a plane is a two-dimensional object that extends forever in four directions. So if you think about, let's just talk about this this is a thing, right? This is a plane. That means it's going to go right forever, left forever, up forever, and down forever, right? It's all four directions. So if we would call this plane P, then we would say, like, on this plane, maybe there's 5 points on this, right? So these 5 points lie on plane P. Okay, so let's get into this. We can determine planes by points in line, okay? So a plane can be determined by any of the following. So we're going to talk about them and we're going to diagram them. So the first one, 3 non-collinear points. So if I have point A here, point B here, and point C. If we have collinear means they are right in a line. Okay, now if we just have a line, that's not necessarily, right, a plane. But if we have 3 non-collinear points, then the only way for these to be on this is to be on the same plane, which is kind of like, think about a piece of paper, right? We could be in all 3 of those at the same time. So if you have 3 non-collinear points, right, they are not in a straight line, we would have a plane. A line and a point not on that line. So let's say we have line A, B, and then over here we have point C. So if we have a line, and then we have this point that is not on the line, you'll notice that this is very much, well, it's very similar to 3 non-collinear points, right? Because 2 of the points are collinear. Through any 2 points, we have a line. But this gives us a third point that is not collinear with the other 2. 2 distinct but intersecting lines. So if I have this line, that's one distinct line, and then I have this distinct line, we can see that they intersect at that middle point there. So this helps because no matter which way we go, right, we have ourselves 2 lines intersecting at one spot, creating kind of the surface of a plane. And then the last thing is 2 parallel lines. So if we have parallel lines, if they were in different planes, then they would not necessarily be parallel because they're in different planes. But for 2 lines to be parallel, they have to exist in the same planes. So if you have any of these 4 items, so if I'm giving you 2 parallel lines, then you know that you have a plane. Those 2 exist in a plane. All right, so that's how we identify planes, one of those 4 ways.